back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I make scrunchies and bows, and I've been doing so for almost 9 years now. I have a very exciting video collaboration coming up with Cricut, and thank you very much Cricut for sponsoring this video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you a couple of different things to make with your Cricut for your small business. And when I say for your small business, I don't mean like products that you particularly can sell. I mean products you can use for your small business. The 4 products that I chose today were these stickers using the Smart Paper sticker cardstock. I had the pastel one, so I made heaps of different colors, and I decided to use my stickers with a Cricut pen, and I've made little stickers that I can pop on all my craft bags that I use for markets. You can obviously put the stickers so many other places as well, and they come in just the cutest little colors. Price list, more for markets as well, or if you have a small business that's a brick and mortar store and you need signage, something like this. I've made a little plaque with my business logo. So again, you can use really anything for this one. I just decided to do my logo and a bag with my name on it. So I will have timestamps below if you want to jump to whichever project you'd like. So I will be using the Cricut Maker 3 in this tutorial, along with all the smart products such as the smart vinyl and the smart sticker paper cardstock. And if you're new to the Cricut world, and especially new to the Cricut Maker 3, I'm just going to share some key things with you. So this is my Cricut Maker 3. It's in this beautiful baby blue color. The machine lets you create with more than 300 materials, including fabric, leather, balsa wood. The Cricut Maker 3 differs from the Cricut Maker because it can use smart materials, which means you don't actually have to use a mat. So the smart vinyl literally just goes in and it cuts with precision and accuracy without needing a mat or anything to stabilize it. The Cricut Maker 3 is also 2 times faster and 10 times more powerful. The matless cutting can be up to 3.6 meters long. You can also use a lot of different materials and equipment with this machine. So some include engraving, embossing, you can draw with pens, and of course you can use all of the smart items such as smart vinyls in both removable and permanent. Cricut uses a design space software where you can make your own designs, upload things, or you can have a look at all the projects and images located on Design Space. You can also sign up for the subscription called Cricut Access, which allows you to make lots of different projects and use a heap of different fonts that aren't available with the included Design Space. The Cricut Maker 3 is also available in a bunch of different retailers, including Harvey Norman, Officeworks, Big W, JB Hi-Fi, Costco, and Spotlight. These were also some of my favorite images that I really wanted to use, especially the Boss Babe ones and the Dog Mom one. I thought that'd be so cute on a tote bag, and these are all available with Cricut Access. Alright, let's get creating. In this tutorial you'll need the Cricut Smart Paper, some Cricut pens, your laptop, and of course your Maker 3. You can also do it on other Cricuts. You'll just need to use the mat instead for the paper. Here's the shape first. There's a lot of free ones, but there's also plenty of included shapes in the Cricut Access subscription. But I'm just going to go with a simple basic circle. I'm going to change the size. I'm just going to do 7 centimeters. I'm going to make sure that this padlock is locked so then my circle doesn't become distorted. I'm just going to also change the color so I can see the text. Next, I'm going to do some text, and we're going to go choose the font. So you can choose fonts from Cricut, or you can choose fonts from your system. So I'm going to choose the BFC Backyard Garden, which is included in the Cricut Access. That's what that looks like. I'm going to make the space between my words a little bit smaller. There we go. And I'm just going to adjust the size. Again, I'm going to make sure that that padlock is on, because if I was to adjust the size without that on, it will become distorted. Okay, so I'm going to just pop that on there. And I'm going to make sure it's centered by selecting everything, going align, and then going center. Like that. Now, you'll notice over here that the circle is a basic cut, which is what we want, but the text is a basic cut as well, which is not what we want. So what we're going to do is click on the text box and go up to Operation. We're going to change that to Pen. And when you click Pen, you might notice that it's outlined. So what I'm going to do is go into Style and click Writing. I have noticed that for some other fonts, like ones from my collection, it doesn't come up with that writing option. Pen over here and basic cut what we want to do is select both of them so they're both selected, and what we want to do is attach. So we're attaching both of those items, so then when we put it onto the mat it won't move and go apart. I'm going to copy and paste now, so I'll do a couple at the same time, and I'm also going to attach these because if I go on to the next page they'll probably end up on separate pages. So now I'm going to click Make It, and because I'm using the Cricut Smart Materials I'm going to click this one and continue. And as you can see, because we've attached everything, they're all next to each other and they won't be on separate pages. And again, you got the pen, the basic cut, and it tells you how much materials you would need. So we're going to click continue. We're going to browse all materials and click the Smart Paper Sticker cardstock, and then we're going to make sure that the pen and the fine point blade is loaded in, which I'll show you in just 2 moments, and we're going to load the paper. So I'm using the Cricut pens. This one's the 0.4 tip in black. So we're going to put it in this side, the left side. Just going to open this clamp and pop it in there. You might need to press down a little bit like that. It just clicks in, and then we'll just lock that in place. It's also not touching anything down below, so the pen's not going to touch this, and it has like a safety thing, so it's important to use the correct markers. Next we're going to use sticker cardstock. There's a few different colors in here. I got the pastel version because I thought it was more on brand. Okay, so I love this color. So it's a nice pastel yellow. Just going to slowly pop that in. Okay, so now I'm going to press the flashing button. And we're going to press the play button. Alright, so you can use these stickers for a whole bunch of things. What I wanted to use them for was my craft bags. These are the bags I take to markets, or one of the sizes. Okay, and here's the final result. So I've got some beautifully confetti coloured bags I can bring to the markets, and they're branded too. For this tutorial you'll need smart vinyl, transfer tape, some Cricut tools, a sign, your computer, and of course your Cricut Maker 3. For this one I'm making a price list. I'll show you how I got all of this done. It'd be good to write down what you want to be said and each of the prices, so then you can just type it all in quite easy. Do this so we can see what we're doing. Going to go text. I'm just going to call mine price list. For my font I chose Lena Jane. That's this one here, which is a Cricut Access one. And I also worked out how big my sign is, so I just adjusted it to the correct size I wanted. Now I'm going to do the offset. So offset's pretty much like a border around it. So I think I like this size because if you go bigger, it's really big, and if you go like here, you can't really see it. So I'm going to go just enough so it can make a sort of a colour around it and be able to stand out really well. And just so I can see better, I'm just going to do this as well. So this one here is the font that I chose. Looks like that. I wanted to choose a font that would be quite easy to read from far away. As you can see, I've done 2 separate text boxes for these as well. So I've done one side and the other side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up with the left like this. I just want to add my scrunchie in, so I'm just going to upload one of my images. But I don't want to make this a print and cut. I want to just make this a shape that I can cut out. I had a quick look on Cricut Design Space and they didn't have anything like a scrunchie, so I'll just use the one that I've already made. I made this on Procreate. I drew it up and I've been using that for stickers. So I'm just going to go basic, and what I'm going to do is also make it pink because I want to use my pink vinyl for this, and everything else should be black and white. Alright, so we're going to click Make It, and it should separate all the mats by colour. I'm using Smart Vinyl today. If you don't have a Cricut Maker 3, you can make this with your normal Cricut. Just need to use a mat. So as you can see, we've got the white, we have all the black one, and then we have the 2 scrunchies. So I'm going to start off with the white one. And I'm using Smart Removable Vinyl. And the first one's gonna be white. So I just cut a little piece of the Smart Vinyl off. So this one's only 3 feet, so I'm just going to pop this one in like this without having to cut it, because the other one was massive. Alright, last one. So this one's the removable vinyl. I probably could have used removable vinyl for all 3 colours, but I only had permanent vinyl available for the other 2. Alright, now that that's done, I need my scissors and this little doohickey. So I'm just going to pop that in and pull up. It should just easily come off. If it doesn't easily come off, it means that the cut wasn't right, so maybe need more pressure, or you use it as a different material, maybe your blade needs changing, or it could just be the font as well. I know when I was doing the drink bottles in my last Cricut video, the font made such a difference. I'm going to finish weeding all these and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, now it's time for the transfer tape. So I'm just going to cut little sections off. So I've got all my little pieces for the transfer tape. Now what you want to do is find a corner that wants to peel up. So this is where this little thing comes in handy. So you just want to try and get this tape all stuck right down, so then when you lift up the transfer tape, all of the vinyl comes with it. So I'm just going to go and do that for all of them now. Okay, so this is the side I'm using. I'm just going to lay these out and see what they look like, and sort of play around where I want them. Okay, so it's going to be like that. You just slowly peel it off and make sure that it's stuck down. If you come across any that aren't, you just stop peeling and try and rub it down with this little tool. Okay, so we'll do the offset first. Alright, so there's a little bubble here. I'm just going to, there we go. That's better. As you can see, that isn't even on properly, so no. Okay. Alright, this one we're going to put right in the center. You can put it off, like move it like this or like this, but I just want mine in the center. That's how to make a price list sign for the markets. For this tutorial, you need a wooden board, Cricut tools, your laptop, Cricut Maker 3, and some smart vinyl and transfer tape. I'm going to start off with getting my images ready to cut out on the printable vinyl. So what I was thinking was something like this for my logo, and then I also wanted the flowers. So I'm just going to add this, and I don't think I have the flower one, so I'm just going to upload the image. I'm going to go find it in my folder. So I was thinking this one here, I really don't know what it's going to do though, because it is such a complex image. So I'm going to see what happens. I'll try something like that. So this is sort of what I was going for, just like a simple outline. And I want it as a cut image, not a print and cut. So I'm going to upload that one. Okay, now I'm going to figure out what size this is. What does it say? 25 centimeters. Perfect. So I'd probably want to keep it a little bit smaller than 25, because I would want to make sure it's inside this and has like a little bit of a border around it. Don't want it too close to the edges. So I'm just going to pop these on here. So you can do this with your logo, you can do different colors, you can do whatever you like. I'm sort of feeling like I want to do this in a different color. So my smart vinyls, I have these 2 really cute colors. I have like a green color and a pink color. I'm just thinking, what one? You know what, let's just go with green. Green's nice. So once we select this to go green, it'll be separate from the black version. I'll show you in just 2 moments when we click make it. So I have the Cricut Smart Vinyl. If you are using mats with the just normal vinyl with one of the Maker machines or the Explore machine, that's fine, but I'm going to be clicking this one. So as you can see, because we've changed the colors, it's changed the cuts. So one of them is the black and the other one is the green. So I'm going to continue with that and pop removable smart vinyl in. Also, I really like the containers that they're coming in now because it's just so much easier to put them back in here and have them stored. With all the other ones, they just go everywhere. I have to like rubber band them. Time to press play. So I'm just going to cut around this one. See, it's just so much better. I can just pop them straight back in here. And they look so neat in the drawers. Whereas these ones, like, that's like open and it just goes everywhere. I've started putting these little bands on them. And I pretty much just get one corner and pull. Sometimes with these really fine letters, it will take it off. I so could have used this middle part for something. Oh well, already peeled it off now. So now what you want to do is peel off this transfer tape. If you got a real big piece like this, a trick is to only peel up the corner and line it up like this. And then slowly peel. And you can even use this as you peel. Now I'm going to use this to put pretty firm pressure everywhere. Okay, so when all your elements are all transfer taped, start placing everything. Doing this really gently because I'm trying to center it. Again, this little doohickey, make sure it's all stuck nicely on there. So I'm just eyeballing this, but if you want to do it properly, use rulers and everything. There we go. And there is a sign made. You can obviously do so many different colors. You don't have to do your logo, you can do something else. But they're great signs to put at markets, to put on display in like your craft area. And I'm just obsessed with the green. It's such a cute color. For this tutorial, you need something to attach your iron onto. A Cricut mat. I'm using the standard grip. Everyday iron on. Cricut tools. Your laptop. Your Cricut Maker. And a Cricut Easy Press. The next one I want to do is inspired by this. So it's going to be an iron-on project. I would also like to point out there is seriously so many things you can choose. The cut only, draw only, print and cut. There are so many things on here. So my thoughts for this one will be to have like my name across but cut out and then like rows down the bottom. But I mean you can do that with a lot of things. Like you can do your name, you could do like a slogan, you could do your business name. So first up we want to go find some text. So the text that I'm going to be using is called Candace Regular and looks like this. And I will just mention that the font that I chose, because of the my spelling, it all doesn't go together. So it probably would look better if you chose a font that all went together, but I really like this font. What you want to do is click on the font and go ungroup. Now you want to just move them closer together. So I just wanted most of them joining. I know some of them can't, like the L to the Y, but a lot of them can, like that. I'm just going to move this T closer as well. So it looks like this. So you can play around with that quite a bit, or however you like. If you only want to move it small amounts, you can also use your keyboard and the arrows by selecting whatever you want, and then it moves really slowly. So if it's only just a touch that you wanted to move. Okay, once you're happy with the layout, you select all of the letters and you want to click weld. So weld is really important to click because welding it joins everything together and makes it one whole word. So what you want to do next is get a shape. I found the circle to be the easiest. I'm just going to send the circle to the back so I can put this on top. I want it quite big, so maybe I'll do like 20, 25 even. Alright, so what you do here is you want to make sure that it's a little bit off. And same with this side, I just want to move it out just a little bit like that. And next I'm going to add some more text. So I'm just going to do the same font, but you could definitely do a different font. Okay, so once all of that is done, you want to make sure these are the same color as the background, because otherwise it will think that you want two different colors, which we don't want that. So we just want to make it now. Alright, so the next step you want to do is select everything and click attach. I've already attached them, so yeah, just click that one. If you don't click that, when you go to the next screen, it will only cut the circle rather than cutting everything else because they're all on top of it, etc. So just going to click make it. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. So you'll have these bits to pull out. So I'm going to choose everyday iron-on, which is this one. Now the most important thing, and it always pops up here, which is really good too, is you want to make sure your mirror is on. Anything that you're pressing onto something, such as the iron-on, it will come out reversed when you press it on. So it's very important to click that button. The iron-on has to be shiny side down. So as you can see, this is the shiny side and this is the matte side. So mine's almost the size of the matte, so I'm just going to cut the size of the matte just to be safe. So once that's done, it's going in the machine. Okay, so once this is all cut out, what you want to do is remove the outer part first. You want to remove all of the letters. So if you have them all connected, it'll be a lot easier as well. It'll probably look better too. We're going to pop this aside for a moment and we're going to work out the easy press. So what you want to do is find the Cricut heat guide. I'll link it down below. So I have the Cricut Easy Press 2. You click that. Select heat transfer material. So I'm using everyday iron-on and I'm using the Cricut pressing mat as well. Now I'm in Celsius. There we go. So 170 C, 30 seconds, light pressure, flip and press for 15 seconds. When cool to touch. Yep. So that's just like an easy way to find out how long you have to do everything and what you have to do. So to change the temperature, you click the temperature. To change the time, you click the time, and you can change it by moving this up and down. Temperature, I want to go 170. Time, 15 seconds seems to be pretty good because we'll be doing 15 one side, 15 the other side. Alright, it's nice and hot now. I'm just going to press this for a sec, get all the wrinkles out, because it's been sitting in storage for a while. Try and center this. That looks pretty good. Now, I also use baking paper just in case I mess up. Because the first time I ever did this, I did it the wrong way around and it would have ended up on my Easy Press too, but it didn't. So yeah, I just like to use baking paper just to be safe. Alright, let's do this. So, light pressure, and I'm going to press the Cricut button, and that sets the countdown. Flip this over and do the back, as it says on the Cricut website. So I'm just going to wait for this to cool down a little bit. Perfect. You can do this on so many different things, not just tote bags. But I thought it'd be good just have a little tote bag that I can bring around with me to market. So I suppose most of these tutorials were really market based, or if you're selling in person based. Some of them, like the plaques, could be used in your craft room or your home office. And I'm just in love with all these different colored bags. Just imagine people walking around with all my bags, all the different colors. Alright, so that's the end of this video. That's all I can fit in today. I want to do so many more tutorials, but the video would have just ended up so long. I want to again thank Cricut for sponsoring this video and all you guys for watching it. I hope these tutorials can help your business in some way. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!